Linda Lim presents Could Be You TV.
I just want to say I support that.
Thank you.
Keep hustling, keep working, keep doing what you're doing. I support that in any way, shape, or form. You know,
Well, I'm the Naked Cowboy. It could be you, TV. I'm the Naked Cowboy. Look at my boobies.
I love it. Thank you so much.
Or hers.
Hello, everyone, my favorite people who always are so loyal and they tune in every Tuesday night to watch moi, Linda Lim Presents Could Be You TV. I have my special co-host tonight,
Hello, everyone.
Miss Tiffany here, and I hope everybody's doing well tonight. It was a muggy and hot day, but I'm going to tell you about my adventures later on. Because
Yes, you had an adventure.
Yes, there was so many adventures this weekend. How was your weekend?
I had food poisoning.
You did, and that's why you missed Richie's party.
know, I had food poisoning. I ate a bad shrimp wrap, and it left me out of commission the entire
All right, you tell me
weekend.
later where not to get the shrimp again, because I don't need to be having all that. But are we feeling good now?
Yeah, I feel 100% better.
Okay, well, good, because we have a lot of things lined up, okay? And I need you to be 100%, okay? But definitely, this weekend was a blast. For all of you who came down to Richie P's birthday party, thank you so much. It was so much fun. He had a blast. We have to give a shout out to recording artist Suave. Yeah, Suave. For those of you know, he's a very, very, very well-known freestyle artist with many hit songs, especially the one that's "Crying Over You," which I freaking love. And so a lot of people came down. They supported. It was so much fun. So you know what? Before we get into our whole, what we have lined up, I do want to show that video clip of his birthday, so everybody that didn't show up can see what they missed out.
Yes.
Tropics! You guys came here tonight for Richie P's birthday. Make some noise out here. That was the weakest shit I've ever heard. I said if you came down for Richie P's birthday, make some fucking noise! It's his 21st birthday times like 2 plus 8 times 9, some shit like that. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we have something very special for you. Something very special for Richie P's birthday. So we need every single person that's out there. We want you to pay attention right here to this dance floor. We have a very special performer coming up, but first, I need a big round of applause for the reason we're gathered here tonight. Give it up for the man, the myth, the legend. He says he's 50, he looks like he's 20. Give it up for Richie P, come on! And now, ladies and gentlemen, I need a big, huge round of applause for Suave! Richie! Everybody make some noise! I swear I feel this is becoming an annual thing, bro. 50 years old, you look like you're 35, bro. God bless you, maybe 29, but 35 right there. Yo, can I get some more volume in the mic right here in the ears? How you guys doing, alright? So should we start off with a happy birthday? Maybe we sing happy birthday too? What do you think? Alright, here we go. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Richie P. Happy birthday to you. You ready to get down, brother man? I love embarrassing them every time I come in because I make them stay up here with me and dance. And no matter what, you guys have been drinking enough that it actually looks good. And so we're gonna have some fun. Let's go back to you ready up there?
Let's go back to like 1984. Come on. Yeah, come on, y'all. You guys know the words I want you to sing, man. Check it out. You were working nights on beaches in the cocktail bar. When swapping through pictures off, I took you up and took you out and turned you around, turned you into someone new. Now obviously the wrong you've got to world at your feet. Success has been so easy for you. A little faster, but don't forget it's me who put you where you are now. Got to put you back into everybody sing now. A little faster. You having a good time? What time did this party start? 2 o'clock. And what time is it gonna end? 11 o'clock. So we got a little more time to have as much fun as we can, right? Absolutely. So this next song, I'm gonna need your help with, because this is the song that became the reason why Richie and I became friends. Right? I love you guys, man. You're a very cool man. It's been many years I know you now, and every single year it seems like I'm here for your birthday. So I'm looking for 51, right? That's right. This next song is dedicated to Richie and every single freestyle head that's ever listened to freestyle. It goes like this. You guys know the words I want you to sing with me, alright? I give you all my love, girl, but you just threw it all away. As I sat by my window, just thinking of you, the pain and deception reached through my heart too. Now that I see that you're not loving me, oh, baby, can't you see just what you do to me? Let's go back.
So, how jelly are you?
Very jelly. I should have definitely not ate that shrimp wrap.
You know what? For all the,
that was like the one
we're gonna have
thing
to
that I wanted
change
to
this
go
whole
to.
diet eating now. Like I've never even heard of that. A shrimp wrap?
It was like a shrimp avocado.
I'm not even gonna ask
No.
where it was. We're not gonna, throw
Just
anybody
don't
under
get
the bus.
it. Just don't get it. But
No, it could have been that day. It could have been, you know what? Things happen. So, but just don't do it anymore. But as you see, wasn't that amazing?
Yes, it was. Oh my God, you had a great turnout. You guys partied all day long from like what?
Oh my
what
God.
What time did you get there?
We got there at 2 because we also had dinner, lunch, would say with the whole family. His whole family want to say thank you for coming down. Or his mom, his pop, his sisters,
Aww.
cousins. My cousins, they all came friends. Oh, so many people you can't even start naming them. But so literally we're there from like 2 o'clock to like 12. And if I was to tell you, oh my God, you had to see my feet.
They were black.
No, it wasn't black. They were swollen.
From your heels?
But no, first of all, I didn't have like heels. I had clogs, but it had nothing to do with the shoes. Because even if I had sneakers on, whatever, it was just the standing up. They were swell. Like, It was like a return, like they were about to pop. I've never seen my feet like that. I thought, but that's how standing, like, and I had to greet, it was just amazing. It was all of, my kids were there. Gianni had so much fun.
Oh,
my daughter, that's my
awesome.
son. My daughter Tiana also was there with us celebrating. So you know what? It was amazing 50th turnout for my hubby Richie P.
Aw.
And that's it. His birthday's over. Please, I don't want to hear it anymore, okay? I gave you your weekend. I shut my mouth. I didn't talk back. I didn't say anything. Okay, baby? Okay, I love you. So, moving on.
Marriage
So,
goals.
Yeah. So, we have a segment called OMG
Yes.
What Now? So, we're going to go straight into that because there's some things I want to touch on, and I am ready. So, let's see what we got. Our first one, the students with the haircut.
Okay, this is disgusting. Like,
Okay.
appalling.
Yes, and I just got to give a quick shout out to Unlocked Hollywood, or Hollywood Unlocked, because through them, they're like my TMZ. I get all my information through them. I go to Instagram and I check out what's what's going on. And this is one of the first things that captured my attention. Like, so this kid in Texas goes to school with a haircut, fancy haircut, like the buzz with the designs. And the personnel in the school took a Sharpie
And filled
and
in.
filled in his fade. People, can you imagine?
No,
Can you
if that was my kid,
imagine?
I'd be livid.
Can you imagine your son or daughter coming back from school and they totally redid their haircut because it wasn't school policy or their dress code? Who does that?
Who
It's
does
a
that?
haircut. It didn't say it's not showing any signs or any colors, or it's just a haircut.
You don't colored it in with Sharpie.
They colored
If you
it
have
in.
a problem with it, like, maybe let's talk to the parents the next day. Maybe for the future, let's not get this haircut. It doesn't go with
Right.
their code of conduct.
But even so, I mean, come
You
on.
don't do
when
that.
are we? I mean, it wasn't if you saw the picture clearly. It was a decent, cute haircut, faded, and with a little design. What?
I'd be livid.
That was so. You
if
know
a
what?
teacher Sharpied my child's head.
They sharp. For how embarrassing that must be for the kid. For me, you know me. I was like, I'm gonna take a whole jar of Vaseline like this. Make sure I got my hairbands. I make sure no earrings because I'm gonna throw down. But
The real Linda
but
Lynn's
they're
coming out.
shh, nobody knows that. But yeah, so they're getting sued down. So you know what? Good for you, because I just don't know where your brains are. But moving on to this other one, which is, you know what? This Tyler Perry actress that was trying to get his attention. Look what she does. She actually pays to get a billboard out.
Now, do you know how expensive billboards are?
You know what? Who cares?
They're like $7,000 to $30,000 a month.
Okay, you know what? It paid off for her because she got his attention.
And now she's on the...
She got his attention, people. So I'm gonna do a GoFundMe if you wanna donate to GoFundMe, so I can make a billboard as well, so I can get noticed too by by
Attention,
Daisy 2 or
major
something.
record label.
Yes. But I mean, look, you know what she did, and this is why I always tell you, Tiffany, because we work a lot on stuff. She was thinking outside the box.
Yes.
She's thinking outside the box. Like, she's like, what else can I do that's not so typical of what should be done or shouldn't be done, or
Correct.
She's actually saying, wow, I gotta do something so different that I'm gonna wow and get people's attention, and she did. Even though reports do say that he wasn't too thrilled with the way,
Right.
because now it's not, people are gonna start getting, start a trend thinking that they can start, I guess, doing billboards. And
Right.
he didn't find that the most fascinating or the most, but it did land her a role in his next film. So you know
That's
what?
awesome.
Good for you.
Good for you, girl.
Yeah, good for her. Yeah, absolutely. So there you go. Her name is Raquel Bailey, I believe. I'm reading it from here. Yeah. So once again, there you go. That's why we gotta start thinking about outside the box too. What we're gonna do, right?
Yeah, we're gonna have
What's
to
on
like paste your face on the
Yes.
side of like
We're gonna make stickers. My face splatter all over the
all
highway.
over the city buses.
All over the highway. Yeah. So I just wanna once again shout out Hollywood Unlocked, because I do steal memes. I am the the meme stealer.
The memes. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think everybody does
So I put this in part of the What Now because it is, oh my God, what now? What is Linda up to now? What did I do? And it's so fascinating what I happened to go through today. So let's show that video and then I'll talk about it. Hi guys, here I am, Linda Lynn, living the mermaid life. I don't have my fins on today. How amazing and fascinating was it? Oh my God, I want to die. So first of all, the first one I have to shout out is Miss Chrissy,
Yes.
my girlie, Miss Chrissy. Miss Chrissy has a friend, and we got to shout out to Steve. So apparently he goes out a lot on his jet skis, somewhere that I have no clue because I'm very local, you know, with my jet skis when I ride around. But apparently, you know, he's an avid jet skier. And he goes out and he sees these dolphins, and I believe he's even seen a whale.
Oh, wow.
Yes. So Miss Chrissy went out one time, and I'm not sure. I think she didn't get to see them. So I was like, oh my God, I'm so fascinated. I have to go, you know. So
Yes.
when I got in touch with him, he said, how about tomorrow, you know? And I was like, okay, I can spare in the morning. You know me, I'm not a morning person. But you know what? I sacrificed this, you know, because I am, you know, a mermaid after all. And that's my peeps, you know? So sure enough, but one thing I can tell you, it's not like we went there and already, oh, there they go. First of all, it was a long drive. I have bruises on my hands. And my body is hurting like hell because I've never sat down that long on my jet ski riding, because it was about a 15-20 minute, you know, ride, which, you know, jumping waves in my back, you know. So literally we were there for, I want to say 2 hours, maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours, something like that. I think so, yeah. And, you know, I think he was starting to feel bad because he was like, wow, I really, you know, he wanted me to see them. And I was like, yeah, you probably were lying. He's like, yeah, I feel that way, you know? And I was like, oh, it's okay, you know, it happens. I mean, it's just like, you know, when they say my parents, can they, you know, make them talk? And I'm like, I can't make them talk. You'd be lucky if you hear them talk, you know? You can't force, you know.
Right.
So I said, you can't force them to come out if they don't want. Maybe they're napping, I don't know. And sure enough, when it was time to literally to say, you know what, we'll try next week. I'll come back out, you know, no problem. And as we're leaving, he spotted it. He was like, there go, there. And I'm like, with my camera, and mind you, this whole month I've had issues with my freaking camera.
Yes, you've had.
So I'm like, oh my God, please, you know, freaking phone, don't fall, number one. 2, please have enough battery life. 3, videotape it, you know. And sure enough, I captured some beautiful moments. I'm so happy that
Aw, I know, it's such a precious moment, and dolphins are such amazing animals.
They are. It was so, you know what, it was so beautiful and majestic, and they just like in sync. They weren't bothered, you know. They wasn't like, you know, you would figure there's boats going by with the jet skis and stuff. They were just like
hanging out,
unbothered with their little family, you know. And it was fascinating because you're actually, this was like being, you know, when they say in Africa when you're with the lions, and you know, you're in the waters free, you know, nature, you know, actually seeing them right there. So yeah, it was quite fascinating.
Oh, I'm so happy you got to experience that.
Yeah. So, and for those of you who don't know, of course, I posted a video up on my mermaid page, Latina Barbie Mermaid. For those of you that don't know, yes, I've created this page for fun. I did it because, you know me, I do part of my fitness regimen every morning is to swim.
Yes.
Is to swim.
And it's heavy.
Like, yes, to swim like a mermaid. A lot of people's like, oh, they think it's like a costume, or it's just like it's not a costume, people. It's like legit a fin, you know, because it's made out of the scuba diving material.
Yes.
And the flippers, the fin, you know, it's actually like the flippers when you go diving. So it's extremely heavy for those of you
Well,
that...
I lifted it, I was like, how do you not drown?
Well, this is why when, you know, it all started with the whole photography thing. We were going to start doing shoots, with photographers and stuff. So when I put this on to just try it on, I was like, oh my goodness, I can't even and especially in the water, it kind of like pulls you because it's so heavy. So you have to like stay afloat. It's like survival of the fittest, and you're like, and then I noticed, oh my God, this is like literally
An amazing
using
workout.
every single muscle in your body, like a swimmer's body. That's all they do is swim and look at the amazing, And I was like, I can do this, It's summertime, I get lazy to go to the gym sometimes. The pool is right there, weather's perfect. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna make this fun exercise regimen for me, So I started documenting my little chronicles and my shenanigans in the water, and it's just like a fun page just to get out of the realm that I'm usually in with my music and my show and all that. So, I want to do something fun and something,
Well, I love it.
Yeah.
Who knows? Maybe she'll start teaching her own fitness classes.
Imagine. But we have a great show tonight.
Yes.
Everybody stay tuned. We have very special guests. We're going to be speaking about autism awareness and a whole bunch of other stuff. So we're going to go straight into our first commercial break, and we will come back. We're going to yap some more.
Me llaman Dan Pablo y hace más de 20 años me enamoré de una colombiana. Viajé a su país y conocí un estilo de café muy distinto, muy especial. Ahora tostamos cafés excelentes, con alturas y microclimas diferentes, resultado en una taza muy compleja y muy rica, un sabor nuevo en el mundo. Fue un éxito. And I even got to keep the girl.
Welcome back. Thank you so much for joining us. If you're just joining us now, you missed a great part of the show because I had a lot of informative things I was showing and telling. So you're gonna have to go on Could Be You TV page or Strong Island TV page, and you're gonna have to watch the video and share and share and share. People, please share the video because the more we share, the more views we get. Because sharing is caring. So right here we have an amazing guest. Welcome, Priscilla
Arena.
Priscilla Arena. Please tell us what you do. Tell us who you are and what you do.
I am the founder and executive director of SASSY, which is an autism organization serving a little bit more than 4,000 families on Long Island in less than 3 years. We're one of the only organizations to cater to the Latina community from Maine to Alabama.
Okay,
And we concentrate on everything that is meat and potatoes, that is vital to the successful outcome of the individual.
Okay.
Programming-wise, social events, advocacy, and legal funds. We want to educate people on the appropriate, their rights, their legal rights, the injustices that they plague within the community. And it's inspired, obviously, by my son. So,
that was going to be the next question.
Yeah.
Oh, how old is your son?
my son is 12. He's thriving. He's doing amazing.
Awesome.
But we still have our own challenges.
Of course.
You know, Autism, it never goes away. I love people when they talk about things. They're like, but he doesn't look autistic, and I say, I think if I had $1, I'd be a millionaire for every time someone said
you know
that
what?
to me.
I think it's great that you actually can come on because myself, because there are so many different levels, I guess, of autism. Is that what you would say? Different,
Well, yeah, there's different impairments.
Exactly. You know that you wouldn't exactly. It can be from mild to severe, and obviously. Even people that you wouldn't know that have it, and you're like, oh, I wouldn't have known that that person has that.
It's such a. I laugh because it's the world's largest developmental disorder, and it affects. My whole hashtag is that autism doesn't discriminate regardless of socioeconomics, race, religion, skin color, politics. It does not matter. It doesn't matter if you have 15 million, $15 in the bank, or 15 cents. Every child needs the same exact therapy, support, and services.
Absolutely.
And things like insurance companies and school districts and things of that nature should not hold them back from attaining what they are entitled to. I always say people don't know that there are state-funded programs that can help them out with respite care. I can't tell you how many stories I hear. You were talking before, there was something you were talking about. Oh, the Oh My God segment.
Yes.
The Oh My God segment. Okay.
Yes.
The Sharpie, right?
Yes.
Okay. All I'm thinking of in my head is we get applications for this legal and advocacy fund, and one of the applications wasn't even from a parent seeking out counsel from legal and advocates to fight for the injustices in the school district. It was from a one-on-one aide assigned to a 10-year-old nonverbal girl who just came from homeschooling. We have 1 million homeschoolers, and now with this vaccination thing, we're going to have
you're gonna have even more.
We don't. It's like a big meeting of the minds. They don't know what to do. But this 2.5-page letter was from the aide who had 9 children, said she couldn't sleep and she couldn't eat to see what the special education teacher was doing in the classroom to these children, one of which being, their stimming behaviors, so like, people flap, or they, they do things, or they, whatever it is that they're doing.
Of course.
So this particular child would touch their hair. There's also, when they get anxious, there's also trichotillomania, which they pull their hair and their eyelashes and stuff. Dermatillomania, they pull their skin, whatever. This particular child, the teacher decided to first, they hairsprayed the hair after first gluing it down with Elmer's glue to stop the stimming behaviors.
Oh my God.
Was that medically recommended, or is this just something that?
No, this was a special ed teacher who decided to show the aides in the classroom the animals that she was that were they were doing self-injurious behaviors. Look at these animals.
Oh my God.
Okay, so needless to say, I'm a little passionate about what I do.
But you know what? I feel you.
Little bit.
I do feel you because I myself also a couple of years back I did work with special ed children. I worked for UCP, was the United Cerebral Palsy.
I had a meeting with them recently.
Okay.
Now, I don't know if you know, but cerebral palsy is one of the we'll get into it in a second. I want you to finish your story. One of the many comorbid conditions that are associated with, you see it a lot with
Exactly.
autism.
So but just because being with them and me anyway, I don't know about any other teachers and aides, but you take them kind of like your own, like your family, like I have children, so they are children, most of them that I work with. And it's like, how can you treat them any other way than how you would treat your children, or how I would treat them as if I would want somebody else to treat my children.
Remember the golden rule we were all brought up on? It seems lacking today.
Oh,
right?
yeah, very much so.
So I can feel,
yes, very much so, and it's frustrating,
Very
because
frustrating.
I feel that my generation, because I'm younger, my generation is kind of forgetting what we were taught, because my generation was like the last leg of learning what it is to really be an asset in society.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
correct.
And it just blows my mind that that these adults replicate and have this type of behavior, because we're supposed to be setting the bar for everybody else.
It all comes with education, which, education and knowledge has always equal power. Let's
Right.
be honest, right?
Yes.
Never hurt anybody.
No.
Not to my knowledge,
No.
right? So, when you and I are going to talk a little bit about, like, I get a little upset about certain little key things. First of all, just the fact that people think that autism can be cured. I hear a million different stories, some of them very disturbing and very harmful to the child. In the Latina community, we had some doctor tell the child, that the parents that the kid was 25% autistic. I'm not quite sure how you measure that. Another one never told their son they had Down syndrome. The kid was almost 8. Another one told them, just a million different things. But what we want to do is we want to showcase what they can do.
Right.
Yes.
Now what they can't do.
Absolutely.
Okay?
Absolutely. Yeah.
So
And and let me ask you.
Yeah.
So, when did you feel very passionate and compassionate to want to start advocating? Like, did something happen, or this is
absolutely. And funny is that when I tell my own story and the way I put it into words, I've yet to hear a parent ever. They all do this. They're all shaking their heads, or they're crying, or they're associating. And it is first, at 15 months old, I knew something was not right with my son.
15 months old?
15. So I called in the county, EI, early intervention. Then they said call back, another milestone at 18 months. From 18 months on, to the point he transitioned into regular school age, CSE. I received some support and services, let's say, through the county, but that was, of course, all through fighting. And
sure
taking
there
him
must
to
have been a lot
doctors
of
and everything
that.
else. But nobody, at the time, believe it or not, I knew something was wrong. It was a million signs as I look back, but speech delays and everything else. And no one ever said to me, could be autism. Not one. So I had to navigate it on my own. Then I find out. So then there's the sense, first of all, the appointment just to get with the developmental pediatrician is like 6 to 9 months. Just
Wow.
to let you know. Okay. Supply
Why?
and
We have
demand.
we have a shortage?
Oh, we got a shortage of everything in this community. Shortage of everything.
We're gonna have to change that.
Caregivers, you name it. You
Wow.
name it. So then there's a sense of relief because you know you're not crazy.
Right.
Right, as a mom, because everyone's telling you,
Right.
give him a little smack, a little time out, a little this, a little that. I even had a psychologist come into my house and had me strap my son to a car seat for almost an hour and 15 minutes to break him from melting down. Timeouts just don't work in autism land. It actually
Okay.
exacerbates the situation.
You sound like you know more than a psychologist that spent all this time. Like,
Yeah.
I think it's
The
just like a
funny-
hands-on type
Because
of
she's
like.
passionate about
Yeah,
it.
And
it's
I've
like
been
it's time.
educated. I said, no one gets invited to the UN and gets to be a part of some of these meetings with the greatest minds in the world on this particular topic, and yet we're all agreeing.
Right.
So we're all agreeing, meaning where did it come from? Where the genetics are? What are the real statistics? The CDC was so laggard. So laggard. That 2010 1 in 68, that was 2010. They just updated it within the last 6 months to 1 in 58.
Why do you think that is?
It just takes time to collect the data. But really, it's about 2% of the world's population. That's what it is. And everything is, people do not get classified as mentally retarded anymore. People do not get classified as PDD-NOS, Asperger's. None of them are recognized by the DSM-5. So if you don't get that diagnosis properly, you're not eligible for certain supports through your school district
the aid that you
and
need.
aid through the state.
So how do you know? Like, how do
That's me.
Like,
I'm the front lines.
like you have right. Well,
That's
I'm
what
so
you
glad.
need.
That's why we have Priscilla here on Could Be You TV. You're listening, people. You're taking notes. This is the person you need to connect. if you need-
www.sassy.org.
But what I'm saying is, so you've encountered, you heard stories where you have, like you just said, doctors, psychologists, and all that, and they all have their own way or remedy, and obviously, so how do you know who's diagnosing your kid properly?
That's what we do. We vet every single professional that comes in. We have a public forum for, let's say you guys to come in, and then we have a closed forum, and we literally vet. Same thing with Sassy en Español. We vet each individual because there's a ton of predatory people out there. There's actually a $36 billion industry on the alternative, holistic sort of modalities that don't work, okay, versus what the insurance companies actually cover. More than double. So that charlatan snake oil salesman
Yes.
is more than double of what the medical industry covers through insurances and whatnot. And it costs approximately $60,000 a year.
Wow. So, it's so great that there's, an organization, I guess, for parents or, family members or even friends that know
You asked
somebody
me why I
that-
started it? Because in my community, I found it hard to believe that I didn't know one autism parent. With the statistics being what they were, I could not possibly believe. So I digested, then I basically started to mourn the loss of a child that in my head, I was thinking Rain Man, right? You didn't know. We've come a long way since the last 5-6 years. And then there's the fear of the unknown. What do I do next? How am I going to help my child be successful and independent and everything else? And that is where we come in. So we are the literal referral source. We call our office an ARC. It's an Autism Resource Center. And I get offers.
Are you like
all
bombarded
over.
and overwhelmed with like?
I am overwhelmed. I've become the go-to person, right? So I'm getting calls from, and yesterday I was getting a call from somebody that we may know mutually, like a kind of a celebrity, a friend of a celebrity that is from another state who's calling me. You know what I mean?
Right.
Can I have help here?
Yeah,
and,
oh my God.
And then, oh, this congressperson told me to call you, or this person. I'm saying to myself, I'm sorry. Where are we failing here? Why am I the guy? Right?
Yes.
Why am I the guy?
Exactly.
Right?
Why are you the only
But
point
it
of
takes
contact?
staff. It takes staffing. I have waiting lists for all my programs. Waiting lists, sold out of everything. We need more money just to simply staff. I can only work 90
People,
hours
do
a
you
week.
hear this? We need. So now, but now let me ask you now.
Yeah.
So you're doing such an amazing job. I mean, hands on to you.
Thank you.
And we need more, staffing. If anybody wants to volunteer their time, stuff like that.
No, it's not
or-
volunteer. They'll get paid through the state.
They get paid. You hear
Listen
that?
to me.
There's no
You got.
excuse.
There's not even no
There's
excuse.
no excuse.
There's
So
not
when
even
you
no
get
excuse.
when you get through what's called through OPWDD, you can get through what's termed self-directed funding, which can get you a budget up to $60,000 a year at minimum.
You
for the
hear
rest
that,
of the
people?
child's
There's
life.
no excuse now. Not only are you doing a great deed and you're taking care, of children in need, but you're also getting paid for it. I mean, what more you want? But now, on the flip side, because you're doing so much and you're doing great, and are you getting like backlash on that?
Oh yeah, well it's very simple. All right, I don't have to tell you girls this,
Yeah,
right?
we know.
All right, I don't have to tell you girls this, right? As the cream rises to the top, what happens? You get one of two things. You get someone going, I want to collaborate with you. We think you're amazing, right?
Okay.
Right?
Right. Of course.
Or you get, let me hang on your coattails.
Yep.
Let me ride your wave. Or we get the
talking and never doing.
Right. Well, no, or the talk behind the back. You know what I mean?
Well, that happens anywhere. You can't.
whatever,
That's part of life,
I always
Well,
joke around.
industry.
So which is why I love strong women like you guys.
Yes.
But
Okay?
do you have actually, let's say, in the clinical world, somebody, challenge you on the things that you're saying or doing, and just like, no, they don't believe, or they don't think you're going the right way, or that's not what it, or you're getting like this type of like, because you are like a one woman power, like, and
You want to know the truth? Because everything I say makes sense. So even when I'm, for example, when I will be up in Albany at some point. I just got to find the time. Last year I was invited by the one of the special education, the the assistant director of education of the state of New York, and then one of Cuomo's guys. I was supposed to go up there to help maybe talk about some changing of the laws. One of the biggest things that goes on in our community is bullying.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, absolutely.
So bullying, not that it's not just amok in general with teenagers, which thank God, you and I didn't grow up then, right?
That's the one thing.
That's the one thing.
I think it's just, and it's
Nobody had it on camera.
And it's I know, right? A lot of people say, you know what?
I
Technology,
beeped you. I beeped you. I beeped you back in the day.
Technology works. technology works, for now, for certain things that you do need, sometimes it's abused,
Yeah, of
they
course,
take it,
of
but,
course, of
but you
course.
did mention, which is funny you say, that,
bullying.
but you also said you were part of the autism in the United Nations as far as.
Yeah, I got invited there.
You got invited there, so our show as well got invited to United Nations, part of the bullying.
Get out of town.
Yeah, this was last year.
So I got to share with you really quick. So we're the only organization to start assemblies in the Long Island School District, and the theme of it is Rewind, Be Kind, and it's done at the elementary level to teach the
Okay.
bare bone basics, because these kids really have no idea what autism actually is, and
Yes.
unfortunately they're being taught
Knowledge
by
is
the
power,
parents
yep.
that don't know anything either. Like, can you catch what? You can't become autistic
No.
by association.
Right, isn't that
and then
something-
just the understanding. But it's Rewind, Be Kind, and we have a superhero. And but the whole point of it is the bullying. It's
Yes.
to alleviate that bullying that goes on. Anybody that's different. It's not just autism.
It's sad because you hear it every single day. It's like in
I got
every
one for you.
levels, whether how you look, how you dress, how you talk, how
I
you.
can't tell you how many stories I have. I'll share one really quick one with you. So it was not this past school year. It was the school year before. Son enters middle school. So now he's high functioning, great grades academically and everything else. Okay, but he's classic autism all the way. He's OCD, so everything has to be perfect on him. Okay, he threw out all the food in my fridge the other day because he had to clean it.
I need a cleaning lady like that at home.
No. Listen, my girlfriend, who's a doctor, wants him to come in and do her tools and stuff.
Yeah, I know.
It's crazy, okay? But he was a rock thrown in his eye, dirt and grass thrown on him. Of course, didn't handle it correct. The next month comes around, then he was sitting innocently at a lunch table. The kid wanted to sit where he was sitting, didn't do anything. The way the kid responded to it is he repeatedly hit him, then full upchuck clam spit on him 5 times, and then as he got up,
Oh,
the
my
teacher
Lord.
told him it's best that he move. So he got punished. So when he got home, his message was, it doesn't matter what I do, I'm always wrong, because I'm the autistic kid. Okay. So
Absolutely. You know what? It's not only the children that have to be taught of this whole bullying thing, but I think the
Yeah.
adults and teachers and all that, I think they need more of sensitivity, classes and stuff, because
Absolutely.
who are the children going to learn from and being taught by if if we don't have these adults who are probably going to teach them and show, I don't know, I may be old school or not, but if I see somebody
that's not old school.
bullying somebody, I just don't,
It's called being a good humanitarian.
I'm not a good I'm a good talker on TV sometimes, but when it comes face to face and I see somebody being bullied and not being treated right, I'm not a good talker like that, because I'm just
Yeah, you lose it.
Oh,
I know.
you do, because it's like, how dare you? Who do you think you are? Like, people, they need to be taught it's not okay.
No.
It is not okay. They have to be told right there and then. If you see something that's not right, you see bullying, it doesn't even matter. It starts from a young age, from the little kid. You have to intervene and you have to stop and you have to let them know that's not right what you're doing.
I have to tell you something, okay? Because this is very important to me. One of the reasons I started Sassy en Espanol. My very first, when I started this organization, I had my own business. I left a very well-paying job when my son got diagnosed, started a magazine, met a lot of business owners. They wanted to give me money. They thought what I was doing was great. I started a support meeting. I have informational
That's
speakers.
awesome.
And it was just to find other parents, right,
Right.
like me. Then I got inspired by this post on Facebook in Maine of this girl sitting alone at her birthday, 18 years old, nobody there, okay? And it's happened to my son. The last time he was invited to a birthday, at that time, they told him it was a mistake the next day and he wasn't supposed to be invited. We have a million stories like this. So that week I decided, that's it, I'm starting the birthday party club.
Oh,
So-
my God, that's amazing.
So every child should be invited to a birthday, whether it's their birthday or not. We try to send out also birthday cards to the kids. But we pick a venue that's sort of sensory friendly, and we can all come together as a community. And we don't care if you.
Well, you definitely know you have Could Be UTV here to send out the word and and let everybody know.
That's an
and
amazing program. I love that
yes,
idea.
absolutely. And but I really want you to stress to
Yes.
the public exactly where they can go for more,
Information.
you know, and if that, so
So Sassy is, you can go to the website, of course, Sassy, www.sassy.org. All our contact information is on there. The office number, which is 631-676-SASSY or 676-7274. We have an open for under specialized autism support and information. That's on Facebook. We, of course, have an Instagram page. You know, we've got Twitter. We have a closed forum. The website is chocked full of information, events, the birthday
sounds
party
good to
club.
me.
This-
I want to check it out too. I
Listen,
want to be more informative as
This
well.
weekend, we're having a family fun day where hundreds of people come together as families. I'm talking mamas, grandpas,
Yeah.
you name
Right.
it. There's resources. It's free to get in.
All right.
Why wouldn't you go? It's at a special needs camp, and it's just a way for us all to come together. It's something they look forward to every
Nice.
single
Well,
year.
I hope everybody listen to that, join in, get to her website.
And then we have something really, really special that we're working on.
Yes, which we'll tell all the listeners. We'll give you a little hint.
little hint.
We have a big event coming up. Obviously, Linda will be there and all
Of
the exciting
course.
things. But we have an exciting event coming up to help raise money for Sassy and all the things that we were speaking about and the shortage and, passing on the word. We were talking about even opening up a little expo so you can get the resources and tools. Once we have all that, that information, we're going to put it out there. But business owners, people that want to get involved, if you're listening to this, you want to find out how to get involved, you want to find out how to donate, you want to find out how to sponsor, stay tuned. Make sure that you follow her website.
Yes.
And you add her on Facebook or Instagram. Put us in your contact list so we can send you out all that information as soon as it comes. But a little hint, it's going to be somewhere fantabulous on Long Island and has a little bit of music and a lot of fun.
All right.
We're going to showcase all the abilities, not the disabilities.
There you go. So before we go into our second commercial break, we're going to go into a little segment that's called Did You Know? That's going to be fun. So let's go into that and we'll go into our second commercial break.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, of course.
Love it. Yes,
Did you know that made in China stickers are actually made in Korea? And did you know that the yo-yo was originally used as a weapon for hunting in the Philippines? And did you know if you drive to the sun at 55 miles an hour, it would take you about 193 years? And did you know a human brain has a capacity to store 5 times as much more information as Wikipedia? No wonder I'm so smart. And there you have it. Did you know?
Me llaman Dan Pablo y hace más de 20 años me enamoré de una colombiana. Viajé a su país y conocí un estilo de café muy distinto, muy especial. Ahora tostamos cafés excelentes, con alturas y microclimas diferentes, resultado en una taza muy compleja y muy rica, un sabor nuevo en el mundo. Fue un éxito. And I even got to keep the girl.
Well, so I know a lot of you have been anticipating the hype.
Yes.
And finally,
I'm so excited.
And our love here knows about it because she was with me all through. But finally, this is the premiere. Everything I've been saying, wait for it. This is it. I am introducing you to my brand new music video, Who's That Girl, featuring A King, my super duper producer, and he also features on it. The song is available now on all musical platforms. And before I forget, August 31st, I'll be at the Brooklyn Amphitheater,
Yes.
opening up for the freestyle concert. You already know, so get your tickets. But here it is, everyone. Thank you. The premiere of my video, Who's That Girl?
Yay!
Yeah. Linda Lynn, Matrix.
Sex appeal, I'm a ton of status. Yeah. No, not every man can have this. Yeah. My trip is just way above average. Cinderella, I just bought a palace. I shine like that, just say some diamonds. Can I buy me? This girl is so priceless. I walk in the club and it's all eyes on me.
It's all eyes on me.
I walk in the club and it's all eyes on me.
It's all eyes on me. I'll get shot back.
¿Quién es esta niña? Señorita, más fina. ¿Quién es esta niña? Señorita, más fina.
You move so nice. The haters gon' hate, then they copy, yeah. Baby, no lie. You're the baddest thing in here that catches my eye. A beauty from all different angles. Must have fell from the sky, you're an angel. Baby, don't tease me. To keep my eyes off is not easy.
Walk in the club and it's all eyes on me.
It's all eyes on me.
I love how you stay 'cause you want my body.
Keep your eyes on me. I'll get shot back.
¿Quién es esta niña? Señorita, más fina. ¿Quién es esta niña? Señorita, más fina. I walk in the club and it's all eyes on me.
Stop. For
real, though.
Stop.
Well,
Stop it.
Let me tell you something. You still got going on.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. So there you have it, my peeps. It's available now on YouTube. Go check it out. Please share it. Let's make this viral. Let's make it a hit. And I have to thank my boy, my homie, Jay Parker.
Yes, he did an amazing
with Jay
job.
Parker Productions for doing such an amazing job. Jay Parker's been with me from like the get-go, and he already knew exactly my visions. He knew it. So, oh my God, thank you so much. Thank you. And that is it. So, yeah.
You go, girl. That was amazing.
Yeah, so I'm excited. I was like, oh my God, I'm finally dropping this video. So many things going on, and I'm finally, so it's there. Everybody's been asking. Please go on YouTube and find it on all musical platforms. So, but yeah. Yay. Well, listen, ladies, I have to say, with this show, it's always so short that we run out of time because we do yap, and so much information. I have to thank you, Priscilla. Thank you so much for joining.
Thank you so much.
Listen.
Thank you for giving me a platform and a voice.
Please, everybody, please go to, what is the...
Sassy, www.sassy.org.
Yes, everyone that needs information, please contact her. Amazing. And of course, always my special girl, Tiffany. Thank you for
Thanks
always...
for having me on again.
Yeah, and you were right there with that video, going
yeah.
through every little step of it. So we've been doing a lot of things. We'll be doing a lot of things in the future.
Oh, yes.
So thank you so much for joining in. To my loyal and wonderful peoples, mi gente, te quiero, te amo, I love you. Thank you so much for joining in tonight at Linda Lynn Presents Cupiu TV. And we'll see you next week, same time, same place. So go now and go view the video on YouTube and share it. Share, because
With
sharing
a
is caring.
cocktail. With a
Yes.
cocktail.
So have a good night, everybody. Love you. Mwah, 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 mwah. And we're here leaving you off with this inspirational video. You're going to love it.